lips aflame on a forking Friday night. Okay, so I just came back from the fashion show. Not see why I get treated like this. I'm a human being too. You know, they act like Asians, you know, we're like crickets or animals or insects. I'm in my Snuggie that my mom got me, and I'm starting to feel really hot even though it's freezing. So I'll try and make this quick. Okay, so I was at the fashion show, and again, honking cars when I go there in the afternoon. You know, driving in circles around me, honking, a gunshot. And then again, there was like one parking space that was open. I guess they're trying to show that they knew. And, which of course everyone knows, including them. Nobody cares. You know, they're trying to keep a fake connection with it. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, and then they were screaming when I was in there. Again, they're talking about Donald Trump, immigration. Then they get quiet and look at me. And then they would talk about pigs, slaughtering pigs on a farm in Texas, because I'm from Texas. I was originally born there. And they were getting quiet and looking at me. And then they just kept screaming and screaming. And then they're screaming about Walmart and Home Depot and how the managers are so great, stuff like that. When, you know, they sexually harass me and stuff, and, you know, they physically, you know, they hurt me both emotionally and physically. And, you know, so they were doing that. And then one of the spokespeople was told, lie and say there's no hot water and freeze my head inside of a sink and not give me hot water. And this wacko bitch is a new mom, just became a new mom. That is going to tell a kid what to do and how to raise it. Look at how she's treating another mother's daughter. Freezing a poor immigrant's daughter's head that has a lot of health problems, moi. And that crazy whack nut job just became a mom, a new mom. Literally like 3 months ago, just over 3 months ago. This wacko just gave birth, I think, to its first baby. Maybe third, fourth, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, how would she like it if someone treated her illegitimate sheep that way? Would she like it if a doctor or somebody froze her illegitimate child's head somewhere? No. That's my point. They do it to other mothers' daughters, and then they call themselves mom. This is a new mom, too. What a wacko. Anyway, and then I have this huge boil. I don't know, some huge bump on the back of my head. Some pimple or something. I don't know how I got it. Maybe it's getting used to a new shampoo or something. But yeah, I told her watch out for it. And she's purposely, to show her alignment with the stalkers, she was, like really scratching it and stuff. You know, like a big, huge pimple in the back of the skull. And I've never had this before. I'm sure it has something to do with changing shampoos and stuff. And, yeah, she was doing it on purpose. And they had all these stalkers gathering around us. And she's purposely, like, hurting my head. And remember, new mom. It just became a new mom. Yeah. And, yeah, they're just all surrounding me, stomping, screaming. Every time they thought I was falling asleep at the other station, they go, ah, and I'm like, wow, I love that. I'm like, I'm making all these Fort Wayne nut jobs. They're going even more nuts for me. And then do you guys think, now, how is this supposed to make a person want to commit suicide? I find that so complimentary how these people are slapping themselves in the face, scratching their cheeks, stomping their foot, going, ah, ah! Like when they think I'm falling asleep. And they all start screaming, stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, all these nut jobs are here for me. You know, you think I would never do that over someone. I'm too selfish. I just care about Nadia. And they're coming out in the cold for me. And then every time I move or something, they're walking behind me. They're trying to act, I think they have magical powers. I wouldn't think it was a camera or anything. I think they have magical powers. Like almost every time I move or something, they'll walk behind me, or you know, I think they're bigger and better than Superman. Or yeah, just every time I move, or almost every time I move, they just start walking or circling around me, or in the mirror. You can see in the mirror behind. You know how you can see in the mirror behind you, or it's in front of you. You can see criminals and humans walking back and forth. Yeah, that going on. And then again, when I was in the bathroom, you know, the water was really cold, and all of a sudden it became hot. It's like maybe they had a hidden camera in there. And yeah, they knew what I was doing. Like I was trying to get hot water in the bathroom, and it was cold. And then when I changed it, I think when I was about to just go to the toilet, then all of a sudden the water became warm. Like they wanted me to know that, hey, we're watching you. And even if they were, nobody cares. At least I don't. I mean, I'm still going to use the toilet, but you know, just nothing they're doing. Everything they're doing is boring. They're trying to act like, oh my God, you know, we're higher than God. We have powers. And even if they did, you know, me and you know, I just wouldn't care. I'm just there to get in and out and get the service. Oh, and when I first came in, they were purposely stalling like an hour. And that's grounds for termination. Because people, corporate has told me, hey, if they're not helping real customers in the store, and they're helping these actors, you know, because the one time this lady at corporate started laughing, and she said, you know, actors, I like that word. I go, they are actors. I call them actors and stalkers. You know, they're there to stall service. And yeah, so more stalkers could insult me. And then they're talking about cancer. People with cancer deserve it. And then they were putting like toddlers' heads under cold water and laughing. And sinks in the bathrooms too, because Home Depot, Walmart on Maysville, and SpringfieldGlen Villas here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, they're all telling them to do that, you know. And yeah, they're just telling them, you know, again, squeeze babies. Again, I saw they had moms like yanking them by their shirts, by their arms, dragging them on the floor. These are screaming, and then the babies' heads in the sinks under cold faucets, you know. And it's not just here. They do it. They tell them to do it everywhere. Home Depot and Walmart. They tell other businesses to do it everywhere. Kids screaming. Some of them were cussing, saying fuck, 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 and then about chocolate chip cookies. And then the mother screaming and yelling. You know, that place is a madhouse. That's what I call it. Like, it's a madhouse. But hey, I'm just there to get the service. And I'm not there to be popular. I already am. You know, we're not here to be liked, to be anybody. I'm not here to be liked or be anybody's friend. You know, I'm sure neither are you. Anyway, and if I was, it wouldn't be like them. I mean, they all look like they live, eat, breathe, and die by prison. But anyway, and then, yeah, and then they're trying to offend me by putting someone's coat over mine. And it didn't offend me, though. But yeah, they're trying to put their stuff on top of mine. And then, yeah, they made me wait like an hour. And they weren't even, none of them were doing anything but screaming. And then, so they could insult me more. You know, the boring tactic. Oh, stall naughty service. So they talk about how people who have cancer deserve it, especially lymphoma, because my mom had cancer. And then they get quiet sometimes, and then they look back at me. If they talk about dogs or pigs, they'll get quiet, and then they'll all look at me. And I'm like, I don't feel like any. I'm just telling you guys that, but I don't feel like they're just because they don't say anything and they look at you doesn't mean they're talking about you. You know, I'm just describing to you guys what they did. And what else? And then, yeah, at the sink when I'm there, again, screaming by more kids, talking about, one of them was holding like a half-eaten banana. And yeah, it says it's like a madhouse there, you know, like a skating rink or something. And more of that. And then just cold water, this, that. I was like, you can give me, I was like, you can give me freezing cold ice water. Come on, shaking it. Come on. That all you get? Oh, we're gonna give her semi-lukewarm cold. Oh, hey, shoot me with ice freezing water. I'm all for the pain, and I'm not being sarcastic. I'd rather go through pain, have chop off my arms, drive a stake through my heart, and right into a wall than ever give in to them. That's the way I go out, firm in my beliefs. You know, there's no amount of torture pain you can do for old Nadia that'll make her. That's the type of person I am. And they know that, so they're humiliated. They don't want to turn it around. They don't want to turn around and face all those people they did that to. High five. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to drive this bitch to suicide. What they said in 2016, nearly 8 years ago. They don't want to turn around, yet they can, and face all their bragging rights to all their psychotic little mildewies, moldies, their little AKA friends, quote unquote friends, you know. They don't want to whisper, we lost. Gonna have to do it someday. I mean, everyone's wondering, that's what everybody's waiting for. They're gonna have to do the inevitable, not get anything in return, or continue to, what are they gonna do? Walk around for the next 87 years? We'll keep walking behind someone who's gonna get what they want. Remember, that wasn't what they intended for us. It was supposed to make us drive us to suicide, or drive us out of the city. So neither of that has happened. So that was the original plan, or keep the person locked at home hiding. Yet, again, mental illness here on their part, because then they get mad when a person doesn't go out, a target doesn't go out. But then, no, when we do go, no. Well, I guess the law and God taught them, hey, nobody cares about your meager, mindless, useless opinions, and you ain't God, and nobody believes you. Yeah. I wouldn't even believe the governor has that type of power. Yeah, I'm really going to believe Home Depot, the lowest form of almost imitation of life on the food chain. Yeah, Okay, so anyway, you guys, fans, keep going harder, go bigger. Keep doing what you're doing. Shoot them with ice cold. Don't give them lukewarm cold water. Give them freezing cold water. Keep doing it. Keep going. Do not falter. Do not stop. I dagger it back even harder. Whatever I tell you, they did to me, dagger it back even harder. Don't falter. Don't back off on my behalf. I'm strong. I can take it. I've already taken you this far. We've already taken each other this far. You've already taken me this far. Keep going. Keep going. Do it worse. Whatever I tell you they do it worse. They're already getting it. But I say, whatever I tell, just make it worse. And give them ice cold freezing water. Including the employees, not just Home Depot, Walmart, and the Springfield, the Scottsfield Villas neighbors. Do it to the employees too, because they're involved too. And do it to their kids too. You know, if you know what fashion show I'm talking, hey, do it to them, you know. What else? Yes, so the Cold War, making long waits. And then, yeah, like I said, talking bad about people with cancer, immigration, looking back at me, staring at me and stuff. And then gathering around me. And then just always screaming every time they thought I was sleeping, which I wasn't. Half the time I was. And I remember thinking, wow, that is awesome. I'm making people are driving themselves nuts over. They're bringing out the worst in themselves over me. And you know, I don't know if you fans, you think this, but they scream so loud and nonstop for so long. You know, do you guys ever think, wow, your throat must hurt? You know, I wonder if their throat hurts, because there's no way their throat can't hurt. They're just screaming nonstop. I actually feel sorry for them. For most of them, I'm like, I'm like, the pain don't you feel pain? I'm like, the pain you must be feeling, the way, the tone of their voice, the tone, you know, where you have to use a lot of your throat, and it's non-stop for like an hour, 2 hours, and I'm like, I feel sorry for them, all for me. I'm like, I feel like, well, you guys just could have given me money. And then like that, and then my order, there's a hole through it. Don't you, if it's you guys, stalkers, don't you dare, gangbaggers, don't you dare fucking be putting holes through my mail. Porch pirate. You're not pirates. You're porch just scum, mildew. Worse than dog smelly poo. If that's you that to try and get my attention, you didn't. And don't ever fucking touch my stuff again. Or they'll tell the mailman to do that. I don't know. Maybe it was an accident. There's a hole there. All the other sides are sealed with tape, but there's a hole through it. A complete hole through it. They're wanting me to send it back so I can order another one to stall. But there's a complete hole through it where the paper and like where the shoe is, like where the shoe like you know the paper over the shoe. That's what it is. It looks, I don't know if someone punched through it or what. I don't know. It was Christopher. What's her name? Christopher or Christy Eastham that live across, or if it was Kathy Gagne across. I don't know. Maybe it was Alan up from the dead. He came as a devil. Maybe he had a fork. You know, in hell, they have a spork or a fork. Maybe he came up with his, his coned up ears, the tusk ears from, the south side, literally hell. Maybe with his fork, he poked through it or something. If there's any damage to his shoes, yeah, I will send him back. And that's why I'm so glad for this platform. We can keep telling, and then hopefully you guys can do it back to them, or even question them and say, hey, why are you, because they do not like it, even being questioned, even if you do it in a nice way. But that's why I like it, because, you great people, you guys do it back to them. So, they don't like it, so. And that's one of the many great, wonderful, fantastico differences between us. I want to go through this. I'd rather go through this. They can, they don't want to. I'm brave and strong. They're weak. Little ninnies, they're weak. They have no bravery, nothing, no courage. This to me is easy. I'd rather go through this than ever, This is never gonna happen. And it's livable. I mean, there's still nothing to this day they've ever taken away from me that, oh my God, I have to get, no. There's nothing in this world, because I'm not that super street smart, but I know the rules. I know enough to know that, hey, scum like that, no. There are corporate, there's people out there that help, from what I've seen. You just have to keep asking and keep posting it. Posting, that's the number one thing. So if you're a stalking victim, post. They say, oh, stay off the internet. No, don't do that. Absolutely. I say from experience, they're not telling you the whole story. Don't stay off the internet. Only stay off. Leave your devices at home when you go out in public. But after your experience in public, then post it online. But don't you dare completely cut yourself off. Because there was a time for a month that happened to me. I had no internet. And they were doing it even more because they thought nobody knew. So that's why I made poster boards. I'll always tell somehow, but I actually do kind of miss being out there. I like the attention. I mean, yeah, I hate being outside in the heat and 85 degree heat and stuff, but I don't know. I just like talking to a big crowd. I liked all the rows of cars. I liked yelling and talking and holding the phone. I did like that. It's just the heat, I just love that. I don't know how you guys feel, but I felt powerful standing there on the grass, yelling and talking. I love that. If I could have a job, my one favorite job, I would say be, what do you call it? A boxer, what is it? A boxer upper motivator or what do you call it? A motivational speaker or someone who like cheers on who gets a boxer, you know, all revved up. I would love that type of job. Okay, so yeah, so that happened today. So I just want to tell you about that. And yeah, the person is working a lot faster today, and there's more of a dramatic difference today, but I don't know, maybe they're doing a test the first time to see what would happen. I don't know, but they worked a lot fast. I don't know if Home Depot, Walmart is because neighbors told them to work really slow last time and use a certain something that would make a small difference, but yeah, as you can see here, huge difference. And I didn't want to stay and put like something, I didn't want to put a toner in through it because it would have taken another out. No, I just told them, hey, just leave it. I barely go out, and even if I did, I mean, I can put it in a ponytail or a bun, you know. And honestly, I told them, I'm just glad the black is out. So I said, hey, just leave it. It didn't look bad after they're done blow drying it. I was like, wow. I was like, this doesn't look bad. I mean, they want to put a toner in it to take out the brassiness. We're turning to dark brown. I was like, no, man. I was thinking I'd rather go out with banana colored hair or even a brighter orange than sit through another. It takes so long because my hair is long. No. You know. And these are my dark brown roots. They're gonna... Now I realized, oh. So every time it gets lighter, we're not gonna be able... I think my roots are gonna just keep coming down and down. Unless I tell them to go ahead and put the toner in. So it can be all one... I just don't care. I mean, I still think I can get away with it as long as I can put my hair in a bun or something. And it's not going to be forever. If I don't put the toner in, then my roots will just come down and down. And then the rest will be, hopefully, I don't know, a pale blonde next time. It'll probably be a light orange. But, yeah, I'm going back to being a blonde. Yeah, back. I was one. I'd say the majority. Let's say, yeah, more than I had dark hair the majority of my life, believe it or not. I started coloring my hair and bleaching it when I was a teen, so a lot. And, but yeah, my hair, I think it stopped growing. My diet's so bad. The whole point of me having dark hair was to get it down to my feet, and it was. And then I cut 4 inches off, thinking it was 1. I miscalculated. And then it went back down to my feet, and I made the same mistake again. And then with my horrendous dieting now, it's just stagnant. I think it just stopped at my knees. You know, fans, I think a couple years ago, 2021, I was like, okay, if my hair doesn't get down, I've been thinking about it for a while, going back to blonde. I was like, if my hair doesn't get down to my feet, you know, I was never going to leave it like that at the knees with dark hair. I was like, if it doesn't get down to my feet, I'm just going to cut it and just dye it back to blonde again. It's just a whole mess with my hair, the whole story. I dyed it on my own. And then I had to end up cutting it over my shoulders, literally this short. It was like chin length. Seriously, it was above my shoulders. I had damaged my own hair using Miss Clairol. It stretched like a rubber band and would rip out and stuff. And everyone was telling me to cut it, even salons. Finally, I grew out my natural color, and then we cut it like where my chin was, the chin line. I was about to cry. I was so depressed, and they gave me the ponytail's like this long. Again, I had my hair down to my back, maybe this length or a little bit longer. I wanted to cry. I almost did. I was like, now I understand how people feel when they cut their hair. Say it's a part of them. Yeah, I felt depressed and sad. Like, yeah, you know, your identity's gone. You know, you think you don't look good, but I knew it'd grow back, and it did. And I swore I would never, ever, ever put bleach on my hair again unless I went to a pro. And now I am, so. And I'm glad. And, I don't know. No, I don't think they told the person to purposely stall. Maybe I'm being too nice here, but I think they wanted to see how my hair would take. So I guess, just kind of forget that for, I don't, maybe they want, because they upped, the strength of, you know, the bleach and stuff. So I think they want to see how my hair would take, see if it was strong, which it is, and then go with it. I thought they would do it this time. Maybe they'll up it. Like maybe they want to see what would happen to my hair the first time. They want to see the strength of my hair. So the first time they were gentle. Because they say some stylists do that depending on experience, you know. So I was thinking, well, maybe the second time they'll do it harder, which is exactly what they did. Because they were also saying it won't take this long every time, you know. And so that's the story here. I mean, it's gonna look bad then if I just don't want to stay an extra hour for them to put like a toner in. But then it's gonna look worse as my hair gets lighter, and then my natural hair is gonna probably come down to my ears, maybe even my chin. It'll probably be blonde, platinum blonde by then. Or maybe even to my ears, I don't know. That's only if I don't put the toner in to knock out the red. But that's gonna look bad. I guess I'm gonna have to, but... So now I understand better, I think. The roots are gonna be done last, so I think the roots are just they're gonna stay dark brown until we can get the rest of the length platinum. Which is, I don't know. God, that's gonna look bad. But the thing is I don't care. I still think I can look good. I can put it in a ponytail. I just don't want to stay the extra hour, but I'm going to have that big band of dark brown, probably up to my ears, and then the rest will be blonde. And then she's going to make it all one color. And I'm like, or I can wear a hat. I don't want to, though. That's the thing. See, I don't care how I look in I mean, I don't care how different the hair looks. I just don't. I don't care what people think. So, I mean, I can put it in a ponytail or something, you know. I just don't want to stay there. It already takes such a long time for them to color my hair or to bleach it. Then I'd have to stay again for like another hour. They'd have to cover my hair, and I'm like, forget it. I'd rather go out in public. But that's what happened. Just the racial and I haven't even slept. I washed off my makeup, but yeah, I was crying before. Well, let me think what else. Yeah, just the same old boring stuff surrounding me. Trying to make me physically uncomfortable. Again, yeah, cold water. Again, talking about Home Depot, Walmart, great place to, you know, racism. Talking about people who deserve cancer. You know, all that stuff. That for like I think I was there 5-6 hours. But yeah. I just want to say, you know, are we all human beings? But yeah, so that's what happened. Anyway, I just want to share that with you today. I don't know if any of you fans are there. So many different places. But yeah, I just really want to show you, you know, a documentary into my life of what happens with gang stalking, run by Home Depot and Walmart. And keep doing what you're doing. Keep going, because it's working. That's what people and scum criminals do when they're getting karate kicked every 3 minutes in the face or in the neck. That's when they go harder on you. They're attempting to blackmail me and other targets. Like, see, poke, come on. Like they're telling people, come on, hit her, hit that bitch, come on. Make her react in such a way where, you know, she'll understand that, hey, if she stops, we'll stop. No. They don't understand, well, you're dealing with this. Come on, you're shaking her hand. I'd rather be hit and you wouldn't. I'd rather go through it than give in. I don't want to get along with you because I don't have to. I don't have to care. I don't have to do anything. It's your meager, mindless, useless opinions that still no one cares about. They're like, come on, poke her, hit her, come on. Like Harrison, Family Dental. They're like, come on, hit her, hit that bitch, pull her, do something. Make her react in such a way where she'll say, hey, stop it. You know, okay, yeah, you guys stop. And then Home Depot and Walmart and Springfieldville, you know, okay, let's make it now. Nadia don't make deals. Nadia ain't on your side. Ain't ever going to be on your side. Nadia's on Nadia's own side. Don't want to be on your side. Don't like you. Don't want you to like me. I got enough people that love me, care about me, like me. And honestly, even if they didn't, I don't care. I'm okay with being alone with the palm tree. I'm the type of... I pick me over... There are people, yeah, I don't know why, where they want acceptance. Like, they would rather be abused but not be alone. Rather than... I'm not one of those types of people. I pick me. But yeah, I just want to let you know, that's what happened. I'm getting hot in this now. I was freezing early. For a second there, I thought it was 9 in the morning. What is it? Okay, it's midnight. I gotta get this makeup off. I just want to tell you. I don't know what you guys think of this color. I don't know how it looks. But it's not permanent. It is probably going to turn, I don't know what to call this, orange or red. I call it dark. It's red. My guess is probably a pale orange, hopefully pale yellow. I've gotten it to a buttery blonde before, believe it or not. Yeah, me, on my own. Then I damaged it too. I couldn't finish. I was trying to get to platinum. I made it. I made it to like a buttery blonde. And then it all tore, so. Or it didn't rip out. I decided to cut it. Like I said, for 2 or 3 years, I kept the dead hair. I just don't, it was down to my back. This is many years, like 10, 15 years ago. And then I tried to dye it back to the original color, dark brown, and that's when it turned black. Black is not my natural color. And then by then it got so long and beautiful to the top of my thighs, my hips, I thought, why not grow it out to my feet? So then I forgot about being a blonde, you know, but, yeah, even with my eyebrows, I bleached to myself. So, yeah. It'll probably very pale orange or hopefully a pale yellow. But yeah, even celebrities say, yeah, you have to, it's gonna, everyone says, all dark hair pulls red and orange. We have to go through those stages. I already knew that. But, okay, yeah, so that's what happened. I'll make another video if I remember more. And keep going. And I am Lips of Flame. And I deliver all the dirty, sleazy, shenanigan, shady, sneaky, underhanded business dealings in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I want to know when. I want to know where. I want to know who. Most of all, I want to know why.